Hey guys, PDC back here for a Smogon Superstars replay, me versus Eo Ut Mortus. I got 3 games, and I figured I'd knock them all out one day and record them all at once. Not in one video per se, but I'm going to record all 3 today. Figure, alright, let's line them up, get some uploads in a row. Also, I'm going to be posting my second Poke Battle live, just so you guys know. Just thought I'd mention that. That will be up soon, and I am going to be continuing that series. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy that. First thing I'd like to say, though, aside from the first things I did say, is that a video of mine is up on the Smogon University channel, August vs. Malekith, DPP. I'm sure you guys should check that out. And as you've been seeing, I've been getting a couple more subs recently. That's really good. I'll probably be uploading again on that channel, probably be an XYOU game that time. But, yeah, I'm getting close to that 500 by August goal, and I'm glad you guys like my videos. And I really am ecstatic that I have so many people that actually want to watch me. I mean, when you're on YouTube, there are actually people that, waste time in their day. Or not waste, it's not the right word, but take time out of their day to watch your videos, and I think that's really good. So I'd like to thank you all for that, first of all. But anyway, we got an XYOU game versus Eo Ut Mortus. This is the 3rd game, but I'm going to be recording it first. I think I'll put the games up in order though. So first to last. But this is XYOU. I don't usually post XYOU because I don't like XYOU that much. But it was a pretty tight and enjoyable game. Me versus Eo. Eo, as we all know, is a stall fag, and I am using some stall breaker offense shit. I'm sure you all can recognize that this is a, kind of like a counter team that I'm using versus Eo. I mean, I got the Heracross, I got the Landorus, I got the Combine, Clefable with Store Power, I got the Latios for Earthquake. But, Eo is using his standard XYOU stall. He doesn't really use much to anything, different from this. But, yeah, let's get this right into this match. Basically, he's using, there's not really too much to analyze. He has a nice, solid stall team. Get up rocks, defog, win, stall at your opponent. And I'm using some nice stall breaker shit. I got the Mega Heracross, Landorus, Clefable, all that good stuff. And as I'm sure you guys can tell, I already do have a pretty inherent advantage. If you have a Mega Heracross versus stall, it doesn't matter. Skarmory doesn't even use Brave Bird anymore, so you can just close combat KO the whole team. And going into this game, my whole goal was to just mess with him, weaken Heat Transfer, I can get Store Power Clefable, or just, go balls out with Heracross once I have rocks up and everything's weakened. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I have a nice Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash always annoys stall, although maybe a little less this generation because people use Mega Venusaur on stall. But Rotom Wash with a Pain Split just annoys the hell out of stall. It's something I found. But anyway, let's get right into the game and start. So I'm going to go ahead and lead with Landorus, which is an all-purpose good lead. I do not have Stealth Rock on Landorus, and he go ahead and lead with a Mola or Butterfly Fish, whatever you want to call it. I know that there's no way in hell that I want to go up against this thing and want to get poisoned or scalded or anything off the bat. I guess I could have went for Earth Power there, but I didn't think there'd be any point to, really. I go into my Rotom Wash, and Eo goes ahead and outplays me a bit here. He's going to go ahead and protect as I Volt Switch. I honestly should have Will-O-Wisp the second turn as well. If I Will-O-Wisp here, a Mola would have been a little easier to beat. But, then again, this is how I am going to get my rocks up anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and Volt Switch this turn and do a nice 43%, but it's probably going to be just canceled out by Wish. I'm going to go ahead and go out to my Ferrothorn here. There's no point not to. I'm going to get Stealth Rock up. I can Torment him with Leech Seed, and actually, he does not Wish. He goes for the knockoff, and of course he's going to take a little damage. I don't really mind my Leftovers being knocked off, as his team is not really a heavy, hard hitter, so Leech Seed is going to be really annoying for him. But the Stealth Rocks are going to go up, and that's going to, be crucial, because when you're facing stall, you want as many hazards up as possible. You need to really outplay your opponent. One of the best components when you're playing stall is to be the better player. I'm not saying I'm the better player. I'm just saying you need to be the better player in that game. You really need to outplay your opponent. Obviously, I'm not going to go to my Landorus because I do not want to risk him getting poisoned yet, as you will see. I'm going to go to my Rotom Wash and just annoy the Heatran a bit. Basically, it comes down to... Rotom Wash is going to be annoying. It's going to be able to hit Heatran with Hydro Pump. Eo does outplay me a bit here. I do expect him to go for the switch, and Rotom Wash is getting kind of beat down by Poison. This turn, I do decide to go for the Volt Switch, and it does quite literally nothing to his Heatran, only 14%. I realize that I need to scare this guy out, either way. but I need to go to Clefable here. It's like I said, I don't want to get anything poisoned, and Clefable is Magic Guard, so I can take a Toxic easily. There's no, real problem in Clefable switching in here, and I can always go back and forth. Now, that is Taunt Heatran, which is kind of annoying. I don't want to deal with that thing yet. Taunt Heatran is just, it pisses me off. It really does. I hate Taunt Heatran. Like, usually Store Power Clefable will 6-0 stall, but if you have something like, this, it's, oh man. Eo has the counter to counter team. But I'm going to go ahead and Hydro Pump as he does not protect here. I'm going to do a nice chunk to that Heatran. He goes to the Lava Plume here, and here you're going to see Eo outplay me with the Heatran Protect game. Since Heatran is incredibly bulky, I am not going to be able to destroy him with Hydro Pump outright, despite it being, a stab, decently powerful move. He's going to go ahead and protect, just get the leftovers recovery. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Pump, really. There's really no point in not going for it, as I really need to weaken this thing. Because at this point, I'm thinking, alright, my basic game plan here is to just, wreck his ass with Fable in the end. Because Venusaur, it's not going to be able to, if it's not offensive, it's not going to be able to break Clefable after a +1, especially because I'm using a special defensive calm mindset. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the Pain Split there. It's not really going to do anything that great, but now I figure, alright, you know what, I think he's going to protect here. I'm going to go ahead and switch out to my Landorus. He's going to go ahead and go for the Toxic, though. So once again, another good play by Eo. That kind of was annoying, I'll admit it. I was like, oh my god, this guy's outplaying me. How am I going to win this? Although I still did have my Stall Breakers on my side, so I figured, alright, I'm not really in any danger. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Earth Power here. And obviously, he's going to protect. I can't really do anything to break him significantly yet, but I do figure he's going to switch here, and I figure he's not going to go to Skarmory because he's going to be risking a Focus Blast. So I go ahead and I make my move as I go for the knockoff and get rid of his Eviolite. Thankfully. Fuck Eviolite. Man, Chansey is so ridiculously bulky with that thing. Ugh, absolutely disgusting. But now that Chansey's Eviolite is gone, that gets rid of a large component of his bulk, and I'm going to go ahead and go for a Focus Blast and do 52%. Now, Eo does not heal up here for some reason. I don't really know why. I mean, yeah, it didn't make much sense to me. But I'm going to die, sadly. Landorus was a really good Stall Breaker, and it did its job in weakening Chansey. And although I don't really need Chansey to be weakened, when you weaken one Pokemon on a Stall team, it kind of just, overall, it sets the core off balance. I'm not going to Mega Evolve here because I figure he's just going to sack, but then again, I guess that was kind of stupid by me. In fact, that was really stupid by me. I should have just went for the Mega Evolve Swords Dance, as I believe that KO'd Skarmory there, but I guess it really doesn't matter, as weakening Skarmory is going to be one of my major goals later on in the game. As if Skarmory is weakened, that's definitely going to help me out a lot. Especially considering SD Heracross is one of my main win conditions here. Now he's going to go ahead and roost, and I'm going to try and get off a Pain Split on my Rotom Wash. Now, of course, what he's probably going to do here is, a Pain Split from a Rotom Wash this low on anything on his team that is that high is going to definitely be really annoying. It's going to heal me up a lot. So he decides to go ahead and sack Chansey here and just switch out the Mega Venusaur, which he hopes will outspeed me. However, I am running a bit of speed on my Rotom Wash, I think 240 to be exact. So there's really no way that Venusaur is going to be able to get the jump on me. I didn't really care that much for Rotom Wash at this point, despite how it does beat the majority of his Muns. But I figure, it's kind of best here just to go straight out for the Pain Split, which I guess was kind of stupid now that I look at it. But when you really get down to it, is Rotom Wash really going to have another opportunity to switching, considering how they can really all-out stall me and protect? I'm going to do quite a bit of damage to Venusaur, but he's going to get back right up to 70%, although with Stealth Rocks, it definitely is going to be a bit of a bother for him, and the weaker the Venusaur, the better. I'm going to go ahead and go to Latios here and just go straight for the Psyshock. I figure my main goal here is also to weaken Heatran, and that's probably going to be his first switch. I'm going to go ahead and just go for the Psyshock and do a nice 20% to that thing. Now, of course, this really is not going to matter that much, considering he can always protect. I figure he's not going to protect here, as, I don't know, I figured, okay, maybe he doesn't think I'm Earthquake, but I am Earthquake Latios, and I went for it, and of course, I don't, he protects me and he scouts me out. I figure he's just going to go to Skarmory here, which is, probably his best play. There's really no reason not to, but it's not really like it's anything bad, because a weakened Heatran is, the more weak it gets, which is better. And as you can tell, after Stealth Rocks, this thing is going to be really low. It's not going to be able to switch into basically anything besides Clefable, or maybe even Ferrothorn anymore. But then again, I still have Leech Seed, so that's really good, and I can stall it out and weaken it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and switch out right to my Ferrothorn here. There's really no reason to go anything else. I gotta say, when it was, coming to this, I was looking kind of bleak. I was like, oh no, oh my god, this is it. I'm gonna lose because, I can't break his team that well, but I just gotta play really well and I gotta outsmart him. Now, I go ahead and I make the right play here and go for a leech seed, I believe. Basically, my whole goal here was just to weaken that Heatran, as Clefable can still destroy him, and if I get Heatran weakened, that's going to be really nice. I want to make it sure that he's not going to be able to switch into anything. Now, I'll admit, I guess I should have made a little more ballsy plays here, but, I really didn't think there was any question whereas I switch out there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get some nice healed up with a Leech Seed. Keeping Clefable healthy is really good for me, and the weaker Heatran gets, the better. As you can tell, it's not going to be able to beat Latios anymore, and that's really good. Now, I guess this means he was not Taunt? I mean, I don't really know. Maybe he didn't use Taunt this game. Who knows? But, either way, even if he wasn't Taunt in the end, I still won. I'm going to go ahead and go out to my Heracross here, predicting the double switch, trying to play a bit better. I catch him off guard and get Heracross in, and I figure, what better time? I gotta break his team, so I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Swords Dance. Now, after the Swords Dance under my belt, there's a reason I make this move here and go for the Rock Blast. The reason why is because in case he counters, I'm only gonna take the damage from the last move, and I figured he would counter or something like that here. But instead he goes to the Whirlwind, so I'm not really sure if he had counter or not. Maybe it wasn't the smartest move, but I don't know. I thought it was a decent enough play. He's going to go head and Whirlwind me out to Ferrothorn. I don't really have a problem with that, as like I said, I can just Leech Seed or Stealth Rock or do whatever I want to cripple him, and crippling Skarmory is one of my main goals as well in this game, as Skarmory is also one of the things that can stop Latios. And getting a Leech Seed on and weakening it for Heracross is also really key here. Now, he's going to go ahead and go out to Heatran here, and like I said, I'm going to be trying to play my best here, and I go for a Leech Seed again. And this is all really good, as I really need to get this thing weakened. I need to get it dead. I need to get it as weak as humanly possible. Now, he's going to go ahead and switch out and make a nice play here and go out to his Venusaur. Now, I figured as he's going to his Venusaur, he's either trying to just shake the Leech Seed as I go for the Protect, or he has HP Fire. And even if he has HP Fire, it's really not that big of a concern for me, as I know I'm going to be able to tank it at least decently. At 48% from a Fordham's super effective move is perfectly fine when I can trade for Stealth Rocks, which is going to be really helpful later on in the game. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go to my Latios here, and Eo does make a solid play. I guess he predicted the switch, I didn't really have any options to go to there. And I go to my Latios. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Draco Meteor here in case he goes to Skarmory, as I believe with a Draco Meteor, his Skarmory after Rocks will be in KO range for another Draco Meteor. I'm not quite sure, but that's what I was hoping for. He does go to a Powdon here as a sacrifice, which I was perfectly fine with. Another Pokemon that can potentially, wall Heracross, although judging by the damage Draco Meteor did, it probably was not going to be true considering it looks a bit especially defensive. But another Pokemon that's decently bulky, dead on stall, is always good. You gotta take it mum by mum when you go install. I just go for another Draco Meteor here, as I figure there's no point switching. I'm going to do damage to something, whatever comes in. So there's no point in not going for it. Now, of course, I'm going to die from poison too, so Latios being dead, yeah, it's kind of annoying, but then again, his team is already pretty weak, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I realize I basically got to go for the gold here, because Heracross is going to be the Pokemon that I am going to need some, it's going to be the one that I'm going to sweep with. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Swords Dance here. I figured he would Whirlwind, and he does, so, that's a good play on his part. He didn't really have much of a choice. I hope he brings in Ferrothorn, because at this point, Ferrothorn is going to be my main win condition. But I'm going to go ahead and just go for, a combination of Stealth Rock, Leech Seed, do that over and over. I want to keep the hazards on the field so I can weaken Heatran. I want to Leech Seed him so I can, have at least some, the game kind of wrapped up. I want to make sure that I'll be able to win this game. And having Stealth Rock on the field is key to that, and weakening Skarmory is also key to that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go over to Leech Seed here, just, heal up a bit of HP. Since I am lacking leftovers, I'm not going to be, healing like, all 18% HP or 20% HP every turn, but it is a start, and it is going to allow me to tank a little more. Now, once again, I'm going to be able to make the correct play here if this replay does not freeze for some reason. Whenever you go on a long replay, it's like turn 39, for some reason it starts freezing. But he's going to go to Venusaur here, and I predict that, and I make a double switch out to my Heracross here. This is what I really was going for, hoping for the whole game. I realized that if I don't win here, if I don't go for it here, I can't win. So I'm going to go ahead and just go for the goal and Swords Dance. I calced up +2 close combat from Jolly SD Heracross. Mega Heracross, and I figured, you know what, let's go for it. Let's go for it. You know, the sweep, I have to get a double here, and if I win that double, there's no way he's going to stay in, and if I get that double and I successfully do it, I win, so let's go for it. I'm going to go ahead, and as I'm lagging, the replay is lagging for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I paused it for a little while, but using up the screen recording. But I'm going to go ahead and just flat out sweep Eo here. SD Heracross, the Bane of Stall, Destroyer of Worlds. Now that Aegis Slash is gone, SD Heracross is really good. I suggest anybody who needs a Stall Breaker on their team to use it. I mean, look at this. It is just devouring his team. I mean, theoretically, if I had Rocks up, I could have technically swept him at any time. But I was just waiting for the right double switch time. I knew that I was not really in, you know, Venusaur didn't threaten me, so I had to get the double on him, or else I wouldn't have won. But yeah, that's the game. Good game, Eo. There's really no way he could have won that with all the Stall Breaker shit I had. And that's it. I managed to outplay him at the end. He outplayed me in the beginning with some really keen toxic moves, but I do manage to outplay him in the end with some keen double switches. And I think that's really what it comes down to. I'm sure that this is like one of the many ways that you can, you know, like if you ever want to know how to beat Stall, get some Stall Breakers and double switch and get Stealth Rock. That's all you need to beat Stall. But you have to be a good player. You have to be a better player than the Stall player, at least in the game. Like I said, I'm not a better player than Eo. I'm just saying, you know, that you have to be a better player that game, and I think that's what really matters. But anyway, that was Smogon Superstars. That was actually the third game. But this is XYOU Smogon Superstars. I'm facing Shake It Up next round. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy that, and like I said, more Poke Battle Lives are coming soon. I'm going to be uploading all 3 of these videos very soon, DPP, Black and White OU, and XYOU, so keep on the lookout for that. Like I said, trying to reach 500 subs by the end of August. Hell, you know what, maybe I'll go for 1,000 by the end of the year. I don't know how fast I'm going to grow, but hopefully, if I keep putting up quality stuff and you guys keep enjoying it, that's going to happen. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please check out my videos from Smogon University as well. I think I'm going to put up another one soon enough. And I also need to delete a lot of videos off my computer, because if you have like a lot of videos, which I do on my computer, and you don't delete them, it makes it lag a lot, and it's really annoying. But anyway, I'm going to be recording a lot of videos today, so make sure, you know, you watch them all when I put them up. Anyway, subscribe, comment, like the video. You guys know what to do, and I'd like to thank all you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. But before I forget, fuck Eo.